Going on, 3Con gang? Guess what, guys? We're not racing today. We're not riding dirt bikes, though I'd like to. We're gonna do a little project. I'm already kind of partially into it, so let's get started here.
I saw it last night.
Yeah, no, okay, this is a totaled bike. This was my 1992 Nighthawk that got totaled, and now I would like this engine to come out into my other 1992 Nighthawk, which is missing a part or two or three. But the good news is this thing here is going to make a sweet scrambler. And I've already done some work, so let's go over some of it. So this is a very budget Amazon build we're doing. So Amazon lever setup here, Amazon switch panel. Crazy thing about the switch panel is that this actually bolts, or not bolts, clips into the original wiring harness. That was nuts to find. I've got some Amazon rear shocks, new chain of sprocket on the way. I've sanded and painted this frame. I still have to clear coat it, but like, honestly, I did a good job. I mean, this is all super clean. I love how it all matches now. And getting the motor out of this was a bear. And it's a bear that I'm going to show you because I now have to get the motor out of this hunk of love over here. So, you can see I've got most of the wiring harness already, pulled back. This is actually that connector that matches. Insane, right? You can see it goes up to that. Most of this wiring harness from the engine has been disconnected. Still need to disconnect from this whole air box here and get this rusty set of headers out of the way so I can pull this out. So we need to get started. One of the biggest things holding this engine in, I also need to get this airbox disconnected. I have another airbox over here that's already been painted to match the frame. The idea of this bike is to murder it out completely and make the best 10-footer. All right, something like you ride by and they're like, dang, what was that? They don't need to know. They don't need to know that up close it's gonna be ugly and budget and made from Amazon parts that hopefully work. We have no idea yet. Until I get like power and clutches and things, I have no idea if any of this stuff works. Brakes, I'm sure it's possible. Okay, lots of good things happening here. We got this here Fendero disassembled wiring harness stuff, still kind of dangling, but that's fine because I need to know how all that goes later. Even though the new bike doesn't have this part of the frame. See, it's shocked. Not to be confused with a chopper. Got the carburetors loose here, just sitting there for the moment because I've got to get them out the way. This airbox is going to come out here shortly, and guys, really honestly, take off the handles up here, and this engine is going to be ready to come out, and that is a friggin' process, which is why I have the engine hoisted over there. Yep. Well, guys, I'm working on getting this carburetor detached. The only really thing holding it left is this choke cable here. It's just fighting me a little bit. I don't see this carburetor being too much of a challenge. A couple years ago, my buddy Kendrick, very good mechanic, rebuilt them for me. Super good mechanic. So I have a rebuild kit. I think that's all I'm going to need. I'm not even going to pop these caps off. I don't have to. Hopefully it'll run. So carburetors are off. Airbox is off. Honestly, everything's, I think, is ready. Clutch cable not off. So we'll have to do that sorts of thing here in a minute. which is a simple, honestly, it's very easy. Get off from here. It'll just go with it. Swoosh. And gang, my friends, I've got the motorcycle over here in the specific motor pulling section of the world, aka the grass, so I don't mess things up. It's pretty crazy. This thing has to be flipped, pull out a bunch of bolts, then flipped again, pull out a bunch of bolts. It's a weird process that I don't know why they would make it that way, but it is that way. Well, guys, I had to pop off the oil cooler, so it's just dangling here now. It's gonna just help get stuff out of the way. I know, experienced dude. I've been here before. It's not my first rodeo. So now I'm gonna flip it back on this side. I'm gonna pull the frame off the engine instead of the engine off the frame. Now that sounds ridiculous. Alright guys, it turned out to be more of a bear than I thought because I was spoiled by how much I had already stripped that one down, and I did not remember that. So, you can see, I got a wheel off. This whole brake system doesn't come off, but you see them shoes are still good because that was all serviced at one time a couple years ago. Stripped this here bolt real bad, so it's going to get drilled out. I'm not going to worry about that right now. If I don't have to, I might have to. Hoping to pull the frame straight up off of this thing. It's not really attached by much. You can see frame moves, motor sitting still. So that's so cool. But this is gonna have to come off, I think, right here because it's attached. What else do I see here? I had to get the oil coolers unattached. I got a little oil everywhere. No big deal. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do it on the other one, but I just felt like I would go ahead and do it because it just might be easier, you know. So the plan now is to pull this up off. I do have the chain loose here, but as you can see, the chain is actually going to get in the way. So once I have it separated, I guess I'll worry about finagling that chain, aka probably just cutting it because it needs replaced. It's bad. So that's where we're at. All right, so I got it. hope I didn't break too much stuff. I feel pretty friggin' stupid about some of what I just did. Hopefully I ain't gonna crack cases or something crazy. Now that's a total bike. If that ain't a thumbnail, boy, I don't know what a thumbnail is. But hello, wiring harness. And I'm gonna put on the other bike soon. But guys, you know, honestly, I'll clean it up with a little pressure washer there and hit with a coat of paint, and you'll never know that. Well, you'll know I'm stupid, but you'll never know that I did this so stupidly. So that's gonna do it. Woo! Hey, that's gonna do it for today, guys. I'm not doing any more work. I got a whole lot to clean up, but man, you know, thanks for watching. I'm sure I've got some grimy stuff on the camera. It probably looks blurry, but appreciate you guys catching the next episode. We're making the coolest 10-footer, maybe 15 or 20. We'll figure that out. But we're making the coolest scrambler, bobber, nighthawk machine that we can make. So y'all be cool. Do something to save the world. Peace.